Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youths and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. This 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor. Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery, why they whitewash our history, keep dividing is their plan? All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, former Congressman Joe Walsh, this Thursday, 3 quick observations this Thursday, and I hope you're all having a really, really good week. Just 3 things I want to get across to everybody this morning. Observation number 1, and I've said this before, we hold, all of us do, we hold Donald Trump to a standard, to a pathetically low standard we've never, ever, ever held any other politician to. Like, we hold Trump to a standard that we would hold a 2-year-old to if he were in the White House, if he were a public figure. Like we hold Trump to a standard, an absolutely pathetically, miserably low standard that we don't, Republican, Democrat, Independent, we don't, none of us, we don't hold any other politician to. We never have, and we probably, I don't know, never will. I mean, just think about it. And I suppose my 3 observations today say, again, generally way more about us than they do about my subjects at hand. But we've never, ever, 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 ever let any other politician, public figure, get away with everything we let Trump get away with. If another politician lied even a 100th of the amount that Trump lies, he'd be in trouble. If any other political figure, any other politician said on a daily basis the dishonest, idiotic, stupid, cruel, un-American, just plain ignorant, dangerous, reckless sociopathic things that Trump says and does on a regular basis, that politician would be done, Republican or Democrat. We let Trump get away with shit. We've never, ever let any other politician get away with. Why do we do that? What does that mean? What does that say about us? From the beginning of when he came down that escalator 10 years ago, 11 years ago, Trump says shit, literally says shit. And there's a whole industry of people out there who look us in the camera and say Trump didn't really say that. We've never done that with another politician. You know, it's one thing to say Trump lies, and he lies all the time. It would be fascinating to see another politician, Democrat or Republican, try to come close to lying as much as Trump lies, just to see how far he or she could get. But Trump will say things that are bad, stupid, traitorous, un-American. And Republicans will get up, and people in the media will get up, and they'll look at us and they'll say Trump didn't say it. He didn't mean what he said. Remember, don't take him literally. What other political figure have we ever done that with? Don't take them literally. Don't really believe what he said. He didn't mean what he said. He was taken out of context. He didn't really say that. This pathetically low standard. We've never treated any other public figure like this. It happened again 2 days ago. Donald Trump said something. Word for word, he said it. I think it was 2 days ago. We're going to play it in a second. He said these words, word for word. He said this statement. And in the 2 days since, there have been a gazillion people out there telling us he didn't say it. Keith, do we have that?
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let...
Okay, he said it. And he doubled down and said it again later in that interview. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about it at all. He said that. You heard him say that. You heard him say those words, word for word, baby. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. Boom. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't at all, he said. The point he was making is Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. He said those words. I do not think about Americans' financial situation. End. Stop. Full stop. He said those words 2 days ago. And in the 2 days since, damn near every Republican member of Congress has said, and I could go down and play and post the reaction from hundreds of Republicans. They all say, he didn't say it. Oh, he didn't really say it. He didn't mean it. I know he doesn't mean it. He was taken out of context. I don't believe it. He didn't say it. There's no way he said it. He didn't say it. I don't think that's what he said. J.D. Vance yesterday, quote, I don't think that's what he said. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House yesterday, he didn't really say that. I know he cares about Americans' financial situation. Republican Congressman, he didn't say that. You're taking him out of context. A Republican senator, female senator, yesterday, oh, he didn't say that. She laughed. And on and on and on it goes. Now, there's been plenty of conversation about what a damning thing that was to say. I don't want to drill down on that. Yeah, that's going to be a campaign commercial. And yeah, every Democrat running for office anywhere in this country this year should play that clip. Donald Trump doesn't care about your financial situation. Don't believe me? He just said it, and play it. We know that. And by the way, we know Trump doesn't care about anybody's financial situation. We know that because we know Trump is a sociopath. We know Trump only cares about himself. Donald Trump, who was up, 3 nights ago until the wee hours in the morning again, rage tweeting again 2 or 3 nights ago. 1,000 tweets he sent out all about himself, how unfairly he is treated. Not one tweet, not one post about your financial situation. So we know that. We know Trump doesn't give a damn about Americans' financial situation. The point I'm making is, we don't do this with any other politician. He didn't say it. Can you remember any other public figure who would say shit and immediately millions of people would go out there, millions of his defenders would go out there, millions of people in the media would go out there and say, he didn't say it, he didn't say it, he didn't mean it, don't take him literally, you took him out of context, you're being unfair to him, I don't think he said it. We don't do this with anybody else. We treat Trump like a child. We treat Trump like some poor, helpless victim who just doesn't know any better. He doesn't know what he's saying. Oh, it's not his fault that he said that. Oh, you're being mean to him. What do you mean he said he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation? You're being unfair to him. He's doing the best he can. He didn't mean that. You're not being fair to him. In fact, I don't think he said it. Come here. We treat him, his defenders, his voters, his Republican sycophants, they treat him like a poor, helpless child who just doesn't know any better. I think it's really bad and dangerous and actually really pathetic that we hold Donald Trump to such a pathetically low standard. I say this often when I speak with Trump's voters. Shame on you. Shame on you. You expect more from all your other politicians, Republican and Democrat. You expect your politicians to generally tell you the truth. You expect them to own up when they've stepped in it. When they say something stupid or cruel or bad, you expect your other politicians to own it, to apologize for it, to explain it. Why do you expect none of that from poor little helpless Donald Trump? It's the people who hold him to such a pathetically low standard. They're the ones to blame. Trump's an idiot, right? It's like we've trained him that he's a helpless victim. He's not responsible for what he does and says. Observation number 2, Donald Trump just loves me some dictators. Isn't it something? Trump loves dictators. Trump fawns over dictators. Trump gets down on his knees and kisses the feet of dictators. You know, it's funny. Trump is a cruel son of a bitch. He's a mean bastard. He's a bad guy. He's utterly indecent. But you put Donald Trump around a dictator, you put him around Putin, or right now he's around China's Xi, you put him around Orban, you put him around a dictator, and Donald Trump just falls apart and he becomes the sweetest little thing, the most subservient little thing, man. He just wants to do nothing but throw flowers at dictators. Here he was in China late yesterday. Some of his public remarks at the beginning of his visit with Xi. Play that, Keith.
We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. And we're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody, you're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth. And I just want to say, on behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them. We asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is maybe the biggest summit ever. They can never remember anything like it. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you.
That's enough. And I apologize, everybody. I literally thought, and I know this is difficult for him because Trump's almost 80 and he's obviously in bad physical condition. I thought he was on his knees when he said that yesterday. It was good for me to see the clip. He's actually sitting down. I thought he was on his knees when he said, "You are a great leader. It is an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend." Everybody here from the delegation is honored to be in your presence. You're a great leader, Xi. A lot of people don't like it when I say that, he said, but it's the truth. And Donald Trump said, "I always say the truth." His whole demeanor. He's this way with Putin. He's this way with Xi. He was this way when he met with Kim Jong-un. He's this way when he talks about Kim Jong-un. He's this way with Orban. Trump is like a mushy pile of mashed potatoes every time he's in the presence of a dictator, a strong man, an authoritarian. He doesn't talk to Zelensky like this. He doesn't talk to our allies like this. He doesn't talk to or about Macron like this. Only dictators, only strong men, only ruthless, murderous dictators. When Donald Trump is in their presence, he becomes a fanboy. This big, tough, cruel, nasty son of a bitch, he becomes just a giggling little fanboy in the presence of a dictator. We know why. The only constant in Donald Trump's life is he cares about and loves Donald Trump. So he's all about advancing his power, advancing his wealth, which is why he's always wanted to be a strongman, a dictator, which is why he's done what he's done this past year and a half, basically acting like a dictator, acting like a king, acting like a fascist, because it's what he wants to be. He wants to be like Putin. He wants to be like Xi. He wants people like Donald Trump to get down on their knees and throw flowers at him. The American president. Hey, quick observation number 3. And I was going to say Joe Rogan needs to look in the mirror, but it's bigger than Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is still probably the number one podcaster out there. Everybody knows Joe Rogan, an audience of gazillions. Joe Rogan yesterday, and I think we've got that headline, don't we, Keith? Joe Rogan on his show yesterday said he was shocked by how many Americans believe that Trump's assassination attempts were staged. Joe Rogan can't believe so many Americans believe the assassination attempts were staged. He's shocked. Joe Rogan is shocked. Thanks, Keith. And yeah, the numbers came out, I think, 2 days ago. Almost 30% of Americans believe at least one of the 2 or 3 assassination attempts were staged. 30-some% of Democrats believed at least 2 of them were staged. By the way, 15% or so of Republicans believe the assassination attempts were staged. I would remind Joe Rogan and everybody else listening to me right now, we still live in a world right now where 80% of Republicans right now still believe that Donald Trump won the 2020 election, right? So yeah. We've got conspiracists and people who believe in bullshit and lies and conspiracies on both sides. It's most pronounced, Joe Rogan, still on the right. But Joe Rogan, think about this. Joe Rogan needs to look in the mirror. Joe Rogan not only got the most watched podcast in the country, Joe Rogan is probably the podcast world's greatest spreader of lies and conspiracies and just plain bullshit. Joe Rogan has become number one, has become so popular because he spreads lies and bullshit and conspiracies. Rogan was one of the biggest spreaders of COVID lies and conspiracies and bullshit. If you listen to him every day, every week, he's got some wackadoodle Every week, he's got some wackadoodle on his show. He's giving airtime to some wackadoodle on his show every week, couple times every week, multiple times every week, spreading lies and bullshit about health, spreading lies and bullshit about UFOs, spreading lies and bullshit about any sort of conspiracy. So for Joe Rogan to be shocked, I've said this before about Joe Rogan. He's either utterly dishonest, like he's not really shocked, or he really is an idiot. Is it possible that he really is shocked? Does he have so little self-awareness? He spreads conspiracies and bullshit every day, and he's surprised that there are a lot of Americans who believe the assassination attempts were staged. Hello, Joe. Hello. This is the world you live in. You've helped foster that. Rogan is either just terribly dishonest, or he's got zero self-awareness. He's an idiot. But really, it's America that needs to look in the mirror, because we have way too many Americans. Joe Rogan's popular. A lot of Americans believe the assassination attempts were staged. Still, way too many Americans believe Donald Trump won the 2020 election. We all need to look in a mirror, because way too many Americans want to believe and are susceptible to lies and bullshit and conspiracies. What does that say about us? I need to end right here, but I'm going to end with this, hopenotfearproject.org. There it is. That's the website. Go there now. This is me, right? Traveling the country, right? Every 2 weeks, I'm going somewhere in the country, and I'm putting people in a room who disagree, and we're having tough, honest conversations. Our latest is out, conversation on the south side of Chicago with a group of Black Americans across the board politically. It was a fascinating, revealing conversation on Chicago's South Side. Check it all out at hopenotfearproject.org. hopenotfearproject.org. Check it out. Check out the content. If you like what we're doing, please support us. We are a 501c3 organization. We're filming these conversations so that the American people can begin to do it on their own. Hey, you want to shoot me an email about anything, please do. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. All one word, The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. Thanks, everybody. Have a good Thursday. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.